things we wanted to accomplish. One was get off to a better start. Did a decent job of that. One of them was to rebound well and defend without fouling. We did a very good job of that. One of them was to get some consistency, and we were very poor on that. After a great start, we had a very, very mediocre middle, and then, I guess we got a good stretch in there in the second half, but the foolish turnovers are continuing. Cassius just has to play better. There's nothing wrong with missing shots and that, but some of those turnovers it's not like him. And I thought encouraging things was Marcus Bingham. Whenever he was sat down for reasons, and some of them were to see if we could get him going. Whether you believe that or not, it's the truth. But he really responded and played really well within himself, rebounded, blocked some shots, just kind of, I thought, really played well, under control. Rocket missed some shots, but I thought defensively did a pretty good job. Foster Lawyer, I thought, played awfully well, made shots, played decent. It was great to get Kyle Arns in there, just to get him a basket and do some things. And I'd still say, other than Marcus, we still struggling at that 4, and Gabe Brown, to be honest with you, I didn't know if he was going to play this morning. The flu was going around in our place pretty good, and we had a couple guys sick. He was one that we had to pick him up in the morning and try to, revive him for the day. So I kind of hold that back. And Aaron, I thought, had good shots. He just missed a lot of shots. So hard to be real excited about how we played, because I don't think Chris felt they played great, But God, I love their parts. I love the pieces they have. Like us, Rocket is in the same boat as Bowie. He's a guy that, except they need him even more. But when you miss a month, and I was talking to Chris after, hard for freshmen to come back from that in the middle of the season. So, he didn't play as well, and Kopp didn't play as well as he's been playing, and that really hurt him. But, geez, when they came back, they run some nice stuff. They do a great job. I thought we hurt him on the boards. I thought we hurt him because we defended the 3 pretty well. And then we had that 1 7-minute stretch. I don't know how long. So, questions, I'll take them.
Malik Hall, can you look back on how he started, and did he go out with like an ankle injury or what happened?
Yeah, he sprained his ankle a little bit, but did okay. Scored a few points, made his free throws. Defended okay, didn't rebound very good. I can't seem to get many rebounds out of that position other than Marcus tonight did a very good job. Like I said, I was really pleased with the job he did, and that was great.
I'm over here. Talk a little more about Aaron Henry, back in the starting lineup, balanced stat line, but low scoring.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
2 for 9, and I thought he had 8 pretty good shots. Been shooting pretty good in practice, but just it's frustrating because he rebounded a little bit better, as you say, had 4 assists, only 1 turnover, a couple steals. Good stats other than the shooting, but I wasn't happy with our consistency. I guess that's the biggest thing. If you guys ever had the ability, because I think they're 2 separate entities, but my headline would be consistency with a question mark. And you know what? You can get away with that against certain teams. You're probably not going to get away with it on the road anywhere in this league. And if you look at the teams we got coming in here now, not going to be many nights off here in the next 10 games. So if we don't get that consistency, it's going to rear its ugly head and get us. And But, it's hard to say about Gabe because his stats are decent too, and, he didn't rebound very well either. I got 2 jumping jacks that rebound like my kid. So we got to rebound the ball better from that wing position.
Tom, I want to walk a tightrope, be very careful, but on the marble technical, on the video, it was really clear that he was holding on to didn't hit the guy.
Yeah.
Did they give you an explanation? Because it's pretty clear it wasn't.
Yeah, we're in a society right now that everybody's paranoid about everybody. So things got to be to the letter of the law. Technically, you can't chin yourself. Well, it was pretty obvious the kid was running right under him. He did chin a little bit, so he should have just hung, let the kid hit his feet, maybe get an injury. I didn't like it. I understood it. Because if those guys don't call it, then somebody in some room, I got a problem with the way we overreact to every little thing there is. And I guess by the letter of the law, the official called it right because you can't chin at all. But if he would have just hung, which he's allowed to do, and the guy hits him, I don't know if that's so good either. So I don't know, we're in a KYA stage of society right now. Everybody's got a KYA, except me. I don't have the KYA, no.
That segment where Kyle came in there at the end of the first half, they cut it to 3. I think it was back to 4, right around there, and he made a couple big energy plays. I guess how do you feel like he was after the game, and you see him?
Yeah, I didn't really, his problem's never right after the game. His problem's the next morning. So tomorrow morning will be important, but he practiced twice, so he played a little more than he did tonight. But I think you can see he just gives us something. He gives us experience. He gives us a guy that can knock down shots. He gives us some toughness. We had a little bit of a problem today when we played the 2 small guards because they played 2 big guards, and he can cover those kind of guys. So, everybody's got injuries and everybody's got issues. Not many have as many as we've had, but getting him back to even 15 minutes a game, I think would change our thing a lot, and then we could hold some of these guys a little more accountable to doing things that they should do.
Now, with the consistency you're talking about, do you think that's the number of young guys that you have in there, or what's your biggest reason?
I really do, which is a big excuse, but Cash got to run this team, and he's so good and he does so many good things, but holding people accountable is a hard thing for best players to do, especially if you're a little loose. This is the most turnovers he's ever had, and we got a wide open layup. And so I just keep working. But I think that's a little bit of it is, from the point. I think a little bit of it is, I don't think he feels comfortable. We have so many 4 men we're playing. I don't know if anybody, and it's the way it's going to be, so I'm not going to try to cover up and say, I'm going to pick one, not going to pick one. What might happen is they pick one. When they pick one and he moves above, then I'm going to play him. Until then, I'm just going to have to keep hammering away. And I know how Chris feels. He's got more young guys that are playing more minutes than I do, and they play really good for a while, and then they don't. And that's the problem when you're playing multiple inexperienced guys. Remember, that's the 3 freshmen or 2 of the 3 sophomores.
Tom, at 8-2, halfway through the Big Ten season, do you feel like your team is on pace to where you want them to be, or are there things that you're looking for? You talked about the consistency.
I'm going to get killed for being negative. How about if I be honest? Oh, wait a second. That doesn't work in this. Well, I'll try to be as honest as I can and say, no, I don't. I don't think we are at all. The good news is I think we have a higher ceiling, a much higher ceiling. The bad news is you're getting into the second half of the Big Ten now, and we know the biggest grind we're going to have. That's got to change quickly. So, no, I'm not tickled to death with where we are. Because I think we need, getting sick of hearing the word consistency, but I think you can understand it. I think you'd even agree with it. So I'm gonna just keep plugging around, but guys practice better this week. We're in a tough period now where you got a game every 2 days. I mean, 2 practices. That makes it more difficult to get any time to practice. But where we are now will not get us anywhere close to where we need to be, in my opinion. Now, when I say something like that, other teams could be having the same problems, Nobody's been just killing it right now. So everybody's been a little inconsistent, or maybe everybody's pretty good. And, but I know this, I have to have consistency out of 3 guys on a regular basis, and I have to have those other guys playing their role. Rocket's starting to play his role. Foster's starting to play his role. I really, I don't want to give him credit because it always backfires, but Marcus got my 3-star or whatever they do in hockey. Maybe I'll go borrow a puck tomorrow and give it to him or something. He really did a good job today in just a lot of ways. He ran better, he posted better. I really enjoyed the way he played today.
So I'm going back to the moment after Julius gets the technical there. You guys are already up big, and it seemed like the building sort of ignited. Your team sort of had a reawakening there. How you just sort of describe their response from that point in the next couple minutes? What happened there?
Well, I guess the officials probably thought the team needed a wake-up call. For one of the rare times, building was a little dead, the fans needed a wake-up call. And it was all at my expense, so, you know what? I guess that's good. I guess finally I get to do something, get mad at somebody and get a technical and shazam, the place goes crazy, so it was good. I don't plan on doing that very often.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tom.
Ladies.